test.
It's not his problem. It's Dota 2 is really buggy or something on the screen for a lot of people. But anyway, here we find ourselves in game 2 of a best of 3 between two Chuanz and Council Gaming, and this is the CEVO Showmatch for Season 2.
Yes, and they finally changed their name to two Chuanz. So last game it was like Crowds or something.
Crowds
Backpack.
Backpack.
All the Crowds. Yeah. But anyway, we got a better name now. So Council Gaming, two Chuanz. This is game 2, yeah. So we saw the first game, going to two Chuanz with a strong performance on the Radiant side. They switched sides now as well as first pick, I believe. So CG gonna be having first pick in this one.
Yeah, really good game. And Council Gaming losing in game 1 despite Brink's best efforts, landing 4-man RP after 4-man RP early on, and then literally 4-man RP after 4-man RP with a refresher, and still not enough to win those team fights. And we've got SD, Nyx banned out by two Chuanz, Batrider, Wisp banned out by Council Gaming. And Council Gaming, they opt to pick up the Lifestealer first here, as two Chuanz did last time, I believe.
Yeah, this Lifestealer has just been dominating the scene these days. Definitely the most famous carry. It seems to be always picked, almost never banned in the early 2 bans now. So Rubik taken though right away in Magnus, so smart pick there. Can't be stolen now, the RP. You're going to take the Rubik. Still very adept support hero at all stages of the game. So two Chuanz with very smart picks there, and they're just going to have to make the best of giving the Lifestealer up to CG in this game.
Well, the stats for Lifestealer from the Western qualifiers for TI3, that one guy is a Tasty Stew that's been making all those infographics on the Dota 2 subreddit. Lifestealer pick ban rate of 100% and was picked in like 69.3% of the game, so definitely the most tier 1 of them all for sure. There is Lifestealer, and then
and winning like 65%, something like that. Just been tearing it up. Yeah, Coddle, Puck being taken next, so we're gonna get to see a Puck against a Magnus most likely. Pretty common matchup in the middle lane. I think it comes down a lot to skill level. Seeing Fada play a really nice Puck in those qualifiers, just unreal control of that phase shift and utilizing the blink dagger to the fullest. We're going to see if Puck can do his best to dodge those shockwaves, and we'll see if the mid player here, I guess Crowds was taking it last time. Maybe that was just because it was Darkseer, but we'll see if he can try to fake out the Puck a little bit with some canceling his animation there with the S button.
And another gyrocopter picked up. So Frost played that last time in a 1v1 situation. So we'll see if it gets played by him again or handled in the same fashion. It might not be 1v1 lane. It could be in the tri lane.
Yeah, they ran the offensive tri lane last time and it seemed to work out, but this time they don't have the Nyx or the Lifestealer, so we'll have to see how they can make it. I don't know if there's any other good offensive carries that can go. I mean, Luna's not bad, but really just gets eaten by the Lifestealer if you're going up against the other tri lane, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, now the second round ban starting here. So Lone Druid taken out by Council Gaming. They don't want that Spirit Bear to be empowered by Magnus. It's really too much, and also again like carry redundancy sort of here. The Gyrocopter and the Lone Druid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's also the possibility to run the Gyrocopter as just the main safe lane farming carry, which seems to work out pretty well, at least from those. They've been doing that a few times with Black taking that one, so we'll have to see. But Darkseer being banned out by two Chuanz, don't want to go against that just crazy amount of team fight potential that the Darkseer always brings to the table, especially combining it with something like the Puck for the Dream Coil, just setting that up perfectly. Might be too much for two Chuanz to handle in team fight, so taking it out, and also taking out a very potent offlaner at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And Darkseer are also able to just delay the game so much, makes breaking tier 3 so much harder because you have to go into, or you don't have to go into a wall, but once you initiate, you usually get caught in a wall, or you'd have to retreat through a wall, and it makes it almost impossible to break the high ground in a relatively close game. Which the last one was pretty much the entire game at the end, maybe a little bit snowballing out of control just because of how farmed up that Lifestealer was. And also a Bane being banned out.
Yeah, we may look for two Chuanz to keep banning off offlaners, maybe the Clockwork or something like that. Just at this point in the game, still pretty good hero to go along with that lifesteal, even though the cogs might get in the way a little bit of lifesteal rampaging through the team fights, but not a bad idea. There's the clockwork. Nature's Prophet can also offlane and does pretty well with Nake's bombs as well, so maybe we'll see something like that banned off here from the two Chuanz.
Yeah, I don't know, and actually for once everyone taking their time here picking and banning in CEVO, so like you said, the Nature's Prophet, he gets banned out here, so no little tree ants running around the field in this game. And your computer fans are going nuts.
Yeah, they are. I could let go of my button.
I don't know if it's that bad.
Maybe
Remove your mic,
can take the draft. Okay.
I don't know, whatever. Or just get a new computer eventually, like I did. It's pretty nice. So you won't regret it. Let's just say that. And then Weaver being banned out here. A pretty good hero against snakes. He's got that Suguchi to get out of the open wounds. Pretty much works like a charm, and also able to harass Lifestealer out of the lane quite easily with the Geminate attack. And pretty hard to get down, or to kill that Weaver. So a really smart ban by Council. And then two Chuanz thinking about what they're going to ban out here. So they've got their mid, and they've got potentially 2 of the 3 in a tri-lane. Yeah, I don't know if they need to really ban anything out in particular. Looks like they got 3 really strong core heroes that could go against almost anything.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Maybe just another ban here for an offlaner. Nothing that they really can do. I mean, CG pretty much has their core right now in the Lifestealer and the Puck. They can fill the rest with pretty much any offlaner. Windrunner will do. I mean, there's tons of heroes that'll do in that situation anyway. So just gonna use a ban up here and go into picking them. I mean, we're not really sure what they have in mind for the rest of the draft. They need another support. I'm talking about two Chuanz here. They need another support, and they're probably going to need an offlaner unless they decide to offensively try them. There's a clockwork pick.
Which makes me wonder why they banned out the Leshrac. I mean, I guess Split Earth's really easy to hit with open wounds. But I don't know. He's not that great of a hero overall. His magic burst is decent, but it's not that high, especially if he dies early on in the fight. And it's not as single target, like why Lena has kind of surpassed the Leshrac as the pick to combo with Shadow Demon.
Yeah, Lena with just so much more burst. And it's kind of moved away from taking that early offlane tower so quickly, because teams are just picking up better heroes that can forward pushes early on. Darkseer with a few levels, or the Clockwork even with that Rocket Spam, and the Cogs to disrupt the flow of the creeps there. So yeah, it's kind of fallen out of favor. Maybe the ban, not the smartest, but like I said, there was lots of options anyway for CG, so just gonna take out whoever I guess they feared playing against the most, and I guess that was Leshrac.
And I wonder if we're going to see, and there's the Lena pickup, like we already sort of discussed, why Lena's a great pickup. Can also land the Lightstrike array very easily with the setup of Telekinesis, and also multiple stuns with that. If the RP catches any 1 or more, can land Lightstrike on top of that.
Yep. So right now for CG, it's pretty much going to be another support. I mean, what's left? Jeez. The Shadow Demon is banned really early. That's one hero that sometimes we see with the Keeper of Light just prepping up for that. It's going to be a Visage. Nice. This is an interesting pick here from Council Gaming. Kind of a risky play, I guess you could say. We're probably going to expect an offensive tri-lane here from CG. Because of this pick, you really don't want to waste that Visage going in just like a defensive tri-lane and pulling and stuff like that. But with the Keeper of Light, you can get that slow. You can get the double slow as well with the open wounds, and then really setting up for an easy Caudal Blast. Definitely a lot of killing potential here from the tri-lane from CG right now.
And I do love seeing Visage, such a good hero with that Soul Assumption. Super long range nuke, and then you get the Familiars up. And if you're really good at micro and those, can pretty much gank a lane without moving at all. Stay in the same lane, send your Familiars top, and support there. No problem. And let's see what the last pick is here for two Chuanz. It looks like going to be either another offlaner or a carry. I think two Chuanz is happy though to keep the Gyrocopter Clockwork matchup, because Gyrocopter destroyed that last game. Alright, switch my overlay off. and then we'll wait for everyone to just get into the game, because everyone gets a bit laggy on this screen. So Council Gaming, they all know who they're playing right away. Two Chuanz, looks like maybe they're a little more versatile in what they play, or just a little slower to pick their heroes up. Or team chatting before the match to get, you know, some words in of who's going to buy what. And the carry Nakes last game picks up the Juggernaut, excuse me.
Yeah, and I guess I'll do the Radiant side again because I'm like pro doing the Radiant nowadays. On the Radiant, we've got Council Gaming, Combine taking that Visage right now. He's got some sentries as well, so gonna be able to de-ward if the offensive tri-lane does come out of two Chuanz. On the Keeper of Light, we've got Sacred taking that one up. He's picked up Illuminate level 1, I mean no surprise there. Really excited to see Brink here on the puck. And we played an awesome Magnus last game despite losing that one. So we'll see how his puck is. Magnus very good, so I'm assuming that his puck is also quite capable. Darkin going to be taking that Life Stealer. He's picked up a Stout Shield early on, so could just be for that extra defense. Might make it into something later on. We'll have to see. And lastly, Break on that off lane Clockwork, which was pretty much the same as last game. We'll see if how he does this game as well.
And again, it looks like we might have an engagement. 470, a little slow to react. Throws the telekinesis onto Brink there. And yeah, not gonna. Looks like we're not gonna have a fight. Everyone gonna just run out of that. Everyone was running down there like they wanted to fight, but when it came to it, everyone chickened out. So no fighting coming out there. But two Chuanz on the Dire. We got 470 playing that support. Rubik played a really good one last game. Stole the RP quite a few times. Not going to be able to steal it this time, but at least they have it on their team built in. And that's Crowds handling the Magnus in the mid lane. We got Frost again on the Gyrocopter heading top. Looks like his tri-lane supports are going to be coming down. Some action happening in the bot lane, perhaps? No. But that's where we're going anyway. We got Jesus take the wheel. We'll just call him Hacks, because that seems to be the only thing that's staying the same. So Hacks there on the Juggernaut. Looks like off-lane Juggernaut 1 vs 3, so curious to see how that's going to work out. And then once again, Deep Evil playing that Lina with the Arcanist set, so looking pretty cool, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway that they wanted Lina right there.
Exactly, they should have known. Had that Arcanist set last game too. But the tri-lane is top, so Gyrocopter finds himself in an aggressive tri-lane verse. Or sorry, defensive tri-lane. They're just looping around the other side.
Clockwork might be in a lot of trouble here.
Hacks is almost in a lot of trouble in the bot lane, having to spin out, but Clockwork in even more trouble. Telekinesis up. And now he is going to go down for first blood. More than likely, does he have a salve to pop? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I just checked as soon as he popped it, so actually gonna live. Everyone trying to dodge the cogs, but not really able to. Juggernaut very...
I feel like that might have been a slight mistake there for 470. I think he wanted to leave the kill for his carry, because he definitely could have got that auto attack.
Here comes Crowds! He gets it there, but Clockwork just denies himself with a neutral before the Shockwave Skewer Shockwave combo was able to do anything. And that rotates Magnus out of mid lane, so losing a bit of XP there to the Puck, who's level 3 now.
Yeah, and Brink already doing a really nice job. He had a really good initial block. Got the creeps on his hill there, which you really is the position you want for a mid player. And he also got the range creep taking the damage, so I was able to push back. And I mean, Crowds really had nowhere to go. I don't think he could farm against the up the hill against the Puck. So went to rotate anyway, and yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that it got denied anyway there for Break.
And looks like the bottle's already coming out. The Prismatic Dragon bringing it out to Puck there. Support's doing some pulls as they find themselves in a defensive tri-lane. I don't know why I thought they were aggressive, because they were like looping around the backside of the tier 1. Bit, you know, X's and teardrop shapes.
Well, another thing interesting there was that Frost did a nice play. He just kind of went past Break there. You don't really expect that on the Clockwork, but just went past him, cut off the escape route with that what's it called, Rocket Barrage. You really can't go anywhere, and just forced the Clockwork into the jungle, into the supports of two Chuanz, and they were able to set up that, I guess, kill, although it was to neutrals. But yeah, losing a lot of time there on the Clockwork Goblin. Yeah,
let's see what level he is now. He's level 2. He's got the rocket and the cogs up, so I mean, he's doing a good job. All you need is levels, like I kind of pointed out last game. And Juggernaut just being super aggressive down here in the bot lane. Able to spin out of that, but, you know, not a whole lot of the mana pool on Juggernaut, so not going to be able to do that much longer. But still level 3. And was it Thatch for Pandemic we saw do this that one game? They soloed the Juggernaut in the offlane to get some levels and then, like, switched it out. Rotated it to the top as like the carry sort of, just with the level advantage. I don't know, it was kind of weird. It really worked out for Pandemic that one game.
Yeah, actually we've seen a few recently just running the Juggernaut in the offlane, getting a little bit of levels and then kind of rotating him elsewhere to help it with the team, but just maxing that health with a healing ward, or not maxing it, but secondary after Blade Fury, not getting any points into the Blade Dance at all, and just pushing down towers as 4 while your mid kind of just continues to farm up. With the Magnus though, it's possible to just bring him into the fight as soon as he has RP as well, and take towers as 5, because that healing ward is so strong early on. Yeah,
not to mention if they get a nice RP on like 2, or even 1 really, and skewer it back away from a creep wave with that Juggernaut ult, because Juggernaut will have the levels. He's level 4 already, 4 at 4 minutes, so he's doing very well, not even really getting zoned out of XP at all. And as a result of that, it looks like the supports roll to the top lane. So now it's going to be a tri-lane with the Clockwork Goblin being backed up by Visage and Coddle, which are very good tri-lane heroes. And bot lane though, the rotation goes out. And now maybe Hax thinks he can get even more space to farm, or to actually farm and get XP, but goes down there.
Yeah, and this is a really smart play by CG. I mean, the Lifestealer, honestly, he can take the Juggernaut, especially with the farm that he's been getting early on. He can definitely take him. As soon as you Blade Furies, just rage, start attacking him when the spin was done, use your open wounds, and just finish up the kill that way. It'll be no problem for a Lifestealer to lane against the Juggernaut in this bottom lane. At least for... With this, like that damage, the feast damage just does so much to Juggernaut.
Wow, yeah, 2 hits already and he's like at 3/4 health. So the harass will be easily put on by Dark End. But still, now that he's died, it's kind of a good thing that he's back to full mana, so he can still get XP to get 6, drop the healing ward, and then also have mana for that Blade Fury to get out of the open wounds. So he should be able to hit 6 after that death without being pushed out of the lane too much again. Well, I say that, but I see him down to like a 1/4 health, healing back up there.
Well, we'll see what kind of build Darken's going for. Looks like he's going straight for the armlet, not going to go for that drums like Hax did last game, which seemed to really work out, especially for chasing after the fights went down, especially after some RPs. But Pink's coming out in top lane. Is something going to happen? Looks like CG's playing super defensive right now.
Yeah, I guess they're playing defensive within the aggressive tri-lane, which I guess they sort of have to. There's a lot of burst damage if anyone gets caught out up there. But if someone gets caught out and survives, then there's a whole lot of damage coming from the Visage, who, I mean, only at level 1, you're only able to spam about 2 soul assumptions before you're out of mana. And then Crowd's being pretty aggressive in the mid lane. Looks like he's also no stranger to the Magnus, with a nice skewer back onto the puck. It looks like the rune being secured here by the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Crowd's just gonna make a beeline for that. Gives a few creeps right now to Hax, who just picked up a bottle as well, so he's gonna be able to spam, I guess, that healing ward if he ever gets into trouble, which should keep him alive against Darken, unless there's an incredible amount of burst, which is definitely possible. Those phase boots doing so much damage, that Blades of Attack. Darken is just hitting really hard early on.
And looks like he's circumventing the drums, going straight for an armlet. That's what I would assume the second Blades of Attack would be going towards. Which, I don't know, like you said, the drums were great for chasing after the fight, but Nake's still pretty quick with the phase boots. I guess he doesn't give that aura to his team, but even earlier armlet, more versatility in team fight, able to extend the play with some armlet toggles early on if they want to try to fight. Which I guess, that might actually be a bad idea with, you know, the very powerful level 6 coming out of 2 Chuanz with the RP up at level 6, the call down, as well as Omni Slash from Juggernaut.
She just picked up now, so yeah, that's online. If he can maybe make a rotation into the middle lane and bait out a phase shift on the puck, then definitely get potentially a kill there, especially comboed with an RP. Doesn't have enough mana right now, but he does have a haste ring bottled up, so should have enough. Looks like there is a rotation incoming in from Hax.
Yeah, but if they want to kill Puck, the RP is going to have to land. I mean, Brink can easily just phase shift out of the ultimate. Or I guess they don't even need to use the ultimate here. They can just Blade Fury it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Looks like Brink is the target of At least Juggernaut's first aggression.
Just used orb, but I think they're waiting for the 8-minute rune first. Crowd's gonna try to get it top if it's spawned. Yeah, it's spawn's top. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh,
popping the haste though. Magnus just outmans the puck there. Just manned up, pop that haste, we're gonna win for it. And now it looks like he's running top. He's charging top. The call on his drop. It's gonna land on Visage, and there's a 2-man RP. The skewer to initiate, but it doesn't matter. So 2 kills, 1 for Magnus, 1 for Gyrocopter. So Crowds and Brink goes up, able to take out Deep Evil on the Lena.
Yeah, beautiful RP there. I mean, nice setup with the call down from Frost. Just catching off the Visage there. But he's gonna be back in lane, and a nice Brink response there. Looks like he might use the Dream
Coil.
Yeah,
pop from the top lane.
And that's an easy kill there for CG.
Absolutely. So 3-3 right now, and we're gonna do a little better this game than last game. Make sure. Sorry, just double checking the overlay, and then we'll check the gold graphs a little earlier than we got to last time. So we see, you know, the farming, just differences in farming there for the first little bit, and now we see the Radiant. So Council Gaming here coming out with a bit of a lead in the gold department, and then XP as well, about 1.5k. And I don't know, it's pretty close. 1 kill up on Council Gaming pretty much explains that.
Yeah, which Darkin just picked up now, actually. While you're looking at those graphs, Darkin just really taking headshots right now on the Juggernaut, getting him really low, and then finishing with a quick infest on the range creep, and actually getting the kill. I think Hax was a little bit playing with fire there. Could have dropped a healing ward at any time, but just waiting till the very last second, maybe trying to bait him out, take some tower shots, and then drop an Omni Slash, but it just wasn't the case. Darkin was too quick, and ended up getting a nice solo kill there in the bottom lane.
Now we see Frost rotate down to go against Darkin, but I don't know. It's like musical lanes here. They keep rotating someone else different to handle Darkin, but that Nyx is so strong, and no one can really go against him one-on-one in a lane. At least with the heroes they have. But I don't know if they really need to mess with him. It's still very close in the kills. If 2 Chuanz here can start to win some team fights with their big ultimates, then it won't really matter if that Nyx is getting pretty farmed. But at some point, you're definitely going to have to deal with him because, I mean, Nyx is such a great hero. He's a good early game, and then we see Break here, Telekinesis, popping his own cog. It looks like he might actually get out of this just fine. And to continue the point on Nyx and why he's so good. He's good early game, he's good mid game, and he's great late game. And he's also, I feel like, a pretty snowballing hero. He's a complete package.
Yeah, and that's why he's just been picked up over and over again lately. Definitely in the pro scene, and a little bit more in pubs these days. Just pretty much able to carry the game by himself.
Frost,
He gets that initial farm.
Looks like they did rotate to deal with Darkin, but Darkin able to survive with that armlet. Almost took out Frost even, and now Sacred rolls down to maybe support him up or just pass over his south.
Yeah, I think the Crowds cancel his TP.
I'm not actually sure.
I think he wants to RP Brink here. Just try to go for a solo kill on him.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta bait out the phase shift.
Yeah.
But Darkin sends 2 back to the fountain to heal. 3 back in the fountain healing right now, so a little pit stop here for 2 Chuanz.
And the farm just continues right now for Darkin. Like that armlet completed like you mentioned earlier. And he's just going to be able to keep going. We'll see what he goes for next. Maybe a Basher, maybe a Desolator, like we saw Hax go for last game. Whatever it is, though, this lifestealer is going to have to be dealt with and pretty soon, or else things could get out of control.
And that's pretty much what happened last game, except just flip sides. But let's take a look at the last hits here. So, well, maybe not yet. There's another team fight happening. Gosh. Frost pops a fairly defensive call down, so nothing going to be initiated upon after that. But at least it saves some lives. But now to look at the last hits, we've got Icon. We've got 72 last hits on the gosh, talking in all chat. They're probably so confused, like, huh?
BM.
This Icon so BM. 72 last hits. Oh god, team fight over here now too. The Dream Coil's dropped. But there goes the RP anyway. Now Darkin one-on-one with Crowds. Crowds can't run away. Yeah, to use Skewer as well.
Yeah, that was a nice play there by Crowds. Went for the DD, popped it, used the RP, ended up getting the puck. But yeah, it was clearly a trap set for them by CG. Darkin picking up a kill there. That's going to give him a little bit more gold. He's up to 1,000 now. So whatever's next item, I mean, I'm sure we'll get a clue pretty soon, but looks like they might try to get this tower. Normally, they probably would have been able to get it pretty easily, but Chuanz doing a good job of sending a lot of support down here, leaving Hacks up in the top lane to defend for himself against that Clockwork, and just really defending this tower. Especially, it's not so easy going against a Coddle. Sacred with this Illuminate level 3 has just been spamming that constantly, but they're doing a nice job of defending so far.
I'd say the Basher would be a pretty good choice here for the Nakes. I mean, Juggernaut able to get away pretty much out of most of the stuns there with his Blade Fury, so the Basher would sort of thwart that, or at least Basher into an Abyssal later on. And then same thing, I mean, if Gyrocopter picks up a Shadow Blade, I don't know, he's a pretty quick hero. If you've got Vision, at least you could bash him to keep him standing still. But pretty much just for the Juggernaut, I think the Basher would be a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
But he's Nakes, so pretty much any item would be not so bad. Even an Orchid, honestly, this game. Stop that Magnus from RPing or that Juggernaut from initiating with his ult. But since he is the main carry and kind of the only carry, probably not a viable option in this game. He's going to need to right-click hard.
Yeah. And the last hit charts, no surprise, being led by Darkin. He's also picked up lots of solo kills. So yeah, I mean, we've been harping on this, but 3-0 right now, he's doing really well. Followed by Frost, who's got 60, not too bad. I mean, considering he's kind of had to flip-flop lanes a little bit here. And try to make up some lost ground. Brink, doing really well, keeping up on that puck with the Magnus, who's been spamming that shockwave to his heart's content. And they're both at 58, so, and then really drops off after that. Hacks with 31 on the Juggernaut, but he's doing, you know, he's keeping up with the Clockwork off lane, so it's actually a level ahead.
Nice deny on the tower down there. The blinding light was used to make them miss on attacking the tower, but for some reason they didn't miss. I don't know if that works on structures or what, but nice attempt there by Sacred, but Deep Evil still denies it. They able to pick off Frost on the Gyrocopter, and now Crowds. Oh wow, that infest damage from Darkin immediately picks off Lena there. 470 gonna go down as well to a soul assumption from Visage. Now he hits 6. He can pop his familiars out now if he wants, and really get this game going for combined on the Visage at least. Not that the game isn't already going, but particularly for Visage. Familiars make the game a lot more fun and sometimes a lot more frustrating.
Well, we'll have to look for that because they're already doing quite well. Another deny there though from Frost. So was that 2? I guess you saw the other one. You said it was denied.
Bot tier 1 was denied by Lena.
Yeah, so 2 towers denied already for Chuanz. They did that last game as well. Just really good at defending their towers, denying when they can, and making the best of, I guess, which is kind of a poor situation right now with a very farmed lifesteal on the map.
Well, they've denied it. It would be a 5k gold lead right now instead of 4k if it wasn't for those denies. And Blink Dagger's up on Magnus now for Chuanz, so they're falling a little bit behind in the kills, 4 to 8, with Chuanz at 4. And yeah, it looks like Puck also picking up the Blink Dagger. Not on his person yet, but flying out on the courier probably pretty soon. And now I see the Familiars flying around there in the mid lane. Oh, and Clockwork picking up a kill with the rocket?
Snipe. Yeah. Forcing Magnus all the way back just gets him at the tier 3, yeah. Nice job there. But good job by Darkin. I mean, he forced him all the way back by himself. Just when your carry can do that to the mid player on the other team, you know it's not really going so well for your team. And he's picked up a Mithril Hammer, so probably a Desolator coming out. Could be a Maelstrom as well, but the way things have been going, I wouldn't mind a Desolator right now in the lifestealer.
And that was the item choice last game, except just the drums before that. And 101 last hits at 16 minutes, so that's pretty tier 1 farming, even in professional scene. So doing really well there on the Nakes.
Looking a lot like Black or Habos right now.
Exactly. It was fun seeing Black play in CEVO Season 1, actually. Puck picks up a kill there as I talk about nothing on the Juggernaut, going down there a little bit behind the trees. And another the push coming, continuing here for Council Gaming, looking to get their 3rd tier 1. This will be all the tier 1s now down. If it does fall here, but will Chuanz be able to deny it? They've been doing a pretty good job in that department so far. And let's see, Frost, he's got 2k gold right now. So he's doing pretty well for himself. FaZe, Aquila, I don't know if we'll see him go BKB. Probably a good choice this game. Or Shadowblade, I mean either or.
Rubik taking well for Illusionor. But I was gonna say that Break doing a really nice job spamming that rocket flare behind the tower, pretty much always catching out crowds, and he's gonna look for him again. Gonna miss him that time, but canceling that blink dagger is pretty huge. Really stops you from just getting that surprise RP off, which can just definitely turn a team fight. But those rockets have been great for scouting, canceling blink daggers, and just, you know, like you mentioned earlier, he just needs levels. He doesn't really need a lot of farm. All he has is treads right now, but those rocket flare, the hook shot, the cogs, you're going to be doing tons in a team fight.
Check out the new double damage icon here. Brink picking up that double damage rune in the top spawn. Now comes back to middle looking to use it, but that icon's pretty intense. Not gonna lie.
Oh wow, that looks awesome. It's like lightning.
Yeah,
everywhere.
they just changed it last patch. It wasn't even it was like earlier yesterday or today, I don't know. Not even a Thursday patch.
No way. I just played it and I didn't have that. Definitely got mad DBs.
Well, apparently they didn't put him to use, huh? We were too busy making a lone druid go godlike in 5 minutes. That never happened, by the way.
Yeah. No, of course not. Oh, looks like a top gank on. There it is.
Frost gets silenced up, Dream Coil dropped as well. Now Darkin picks up the kill there.
Was that a Nick? That wasn't even a Nick's bomb, it was just...
Nope. They're just running
you.
together. The Nyx bomb is a very viable option out that Blink Dagger up. Just make sure if there is an RP on the counter initiate. If Nyx is still inside, he won't take any damage from the RP. You can pop out that infest and do 275 damage to pretty much everyone in the area. And the push continues in the tier 1. Everyone been chilling around here for quite a while. Even who's purple? Puck comes back to the mid lane now after sort of split pushing top out.
Tower is being attacked like nobody.
As well as picking up a nice kill there. We'll see
Darkin being a little
nice
crazy. He's running down the river.
Yeah. When you're 5-0-3, Desolator Armlet at less than 20 minutes, I think you're pretty safe.
You're
to do
entitled
that,
to just take a stroll down the river.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, if he gets initiated upon, he can probably get 2 or 3 kills just for attacking.
Yeah, and the story of this
we'll have
game.
To see if
or go for it.
They can make the best of that though. The advantage that they have right now, I think they really have to press. They can't let like get a little passive and then allow 2 Chuanz to get back in the game. Gold graph is over 5,000 right now for both gold and experience, so they can start taking some extra towers and just really punishing 2 Chuanz right now.
Yeah, they've been trying to get this mid one for what feels like forever. The orb stolen by Rubik, I don't know how big of a impact that's had in the pushing, but if it's being spammed, I would assume quite a lot. Just pretty much takes out a wave instantly, and then a Fade Bolt. Rubik actually pretty good for slowing down pushes, as long as he doesn't get picked off. That Fade Bolt is quite strong.
Just steal a new spell now though.
Yeah, it has run out, and he's really low. He might actually have to go back to base, and this could be the window of opportunity for Council to possibly walk in here and just get this tier 1. But no one really wanted to fight, especially with Darkin gone. I mean, with Darkin farming in the bot lane, and then as I say that, I just miss a kill in the mid lane. Who even went down? It looks like it was 470. I said he was getting pretty low. Looks like they jumped on him there. And now hook in from Break onto Deep Evil, but didn't pop the cogs. Maybe didn't have mana at the time. Just has enough now. Shoots a rocket off, and there's the tower. Goes down. Darkin had TP'd back. He gets the last hit there, and now he immediately just goes. Oh, he got recalled because now he TP's top to just go farm there. So continuing to farm. Net worth of 10.3k, so 4k above the next person, which is Puck on his team, and then pretty close together are Gyro and Magnus from 2 Chuanz, around 6,000 gold.
Yeah, this is actually really insane. 155 pre-kills in 22 minutes. This is like ZSMJ from back in Dota 1 or something. He's doing incredible, especially with that kill count. He's playing a pretty perfect game right now. And we'll see what his next item is. Usually a Assault Cuirass comes out. Oh, Keeper Light picks up a kill on Deep Evil there. As I was rambling on about the farming skills of Darkin on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, it is actually pretty insane. I didn't realize he has 160 last hits in 22 minutes. Not to mention he's 5-0-3. And I guess a little bit of that is thanks to the Coddle with that recall, can sort of bring him around to places, but I think only one of those kills had anything to do with a recall, or even none. Just that last hit on that tower, and yeah, and tower last hits. His net worth is just skyrocketing right now.
He's actually going to be going for that Maelstrom, so not going for the AC, going for the Maelstrom. Going to have super fast attack speed. when he gets that, when he upgrades it to a Mjolnir as well, especially. Right now, Hack's kind of in trouble here. Yeah, he's...
Well, Hax has a haste, so I think that's why he's being pretty aggressive.
And
he uses it there. Now I was looking for a fight. Brink with a little too preemptive of the silence there up the hill. And now Hack's coming in from the side. He wants to pop his ultimate. Who's he going to find? If anyone, but anyway, the hook shot in, call down, everything. Frost, RP as well. So Combine goes down, Clockwork's down as well for Council Gaming. So two Chuanz taking the first fight so far, but now Darkin's here, and he might just be able to kill everyone 1v5. As he runs in, Frost is there. Infest into the creep, Frost's gonna go down. And now Darkin on the prowl, chasing up. Phase boots off a cooldown at 1 second. Nope, gonna just decide to back off.
Yeah, I can't really go on crowds as well. Had the blink dagger up, so as soon as he gets open ones, would have been able to blink away. But yeah, nice job there by two Chuanz. Kind of made a
Crowd's
good
in trouble
fight there.
now.
He's gonna skewer away.
He's already used the skewer blink. Ah, it's not cooldown now, so Crowd's gonna be fine. But that just shows the power of Darkin. I mean, the fight was, I guess, really going the way of two Chuanz, and then Darkin comes in and takes out. Literally forced all 5 back by himself. They had to run, or they would have all died.
And even picked off Frost on Gyrocopter in the meantime.
Yeah, which
the opposing carry, so.
Is the carry, yeah, and she one-shot him from like a quarter health.
He's got his Maelstrom now, bringing it out. So, about 2,000 gold, or a little bit less, away from the Mjolnir if he goes straight for that. I'm gonna farm some Ancients in the meantime. There's pinging right now, a few pings from Puck coming out. From Brink to gank the Gyrocopter, keep Frost down. He does have a Lothars, but let's see if they have any detection ready. Nothing yet. Oh, some sentries on Sacred, but that's about it.
Let's see what tower they're gonna push first, whether it'll be, again, mid or bot. I would assume mid and bot. That way, you know, the Roshan pit is opened up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Since Council on the Radiant here. Pretty much what we saw last time from two Chuanz.
Radiant's bottom
But a much bigger lead in this game than was ever had in game 1 between the two. And pretty much Council Gaming dominating the whole game if you look at the graphs, just continuously in their favor. Nice hook in from Clockwork. Right onto Crowds. Crowds goes down, so no RP. And it was up. Now Frost in trouble. Saving his life saved a little bit there by the Cogs. Deep Evil 2-shot. Frost 3-shot by Darkin. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Come on, one more. And there's a whole lot of team fighting going on elsewhere, but I just want to watch Darkin chase. He's 2 hitting supports. But he might find himself in a bit of trouble here. Goes on Frost. Frost goes down.
Just gives a whack to the tower as well, just see you later.
Oh, I thought that armor toggle was about to be bad news, but it turned it back on quick enough.
Playing with fire is Darkin.
Juggernaut was trying to roll over to maybe go fight, but Darkin running away, so Juggernaut's sticking in the mid lane to defend this tier 1. Nothing on him yet. Treads and drums, that's about it. How much money does he have in the bank? 1,600, so I would assume he'd want to go for just an Ags, but I don't know. Maybe a Yasha so he can jungle pretty easily. But I don't know if he's ever going to find enough time for that anymore, as the map is being pretty controlled right now by Council Gaming.
Yep, and Darkin actually does have his recipe right now. The chicken is at the secret shop, so just needs pretty much this kill right there, and he buys the Hyperstone, so he's got the Mjolnir ready. This is just incredible farm. I think they're just going to go for the towers now. That fight was almost the end of everything, but Gyrocopter able to delay it a little bit with the Lothar's Edge or the Shadow Blade. Able to delay it a little bit, and then just, I guess they kind of cut their losses to two Chuanz and got away a little bit, but a few people went down. I thought that was going to be it right there, but they hold on for now.
Yeah, when I saw Darkin almost 3-shot Gyrocopter, it just shows you if you don't know how to read graphs or look at numbers, the fact that the other carry was 3-hit shows you how far ahead Darkin is of everyone else. Looks like Break having a bit of lag, so he's disconnected right now. Just gonna wait for him. But so far it looks like we might be finding ourselves in a game 3 if two Chuanz unable to come back from this fairly large deficit. It's not the biggest. XP getting a little out of hand here at 11k. That's pretty hard to come back from, I think. But they do have RP, and they do have the, you know, rapier possibility on a Gyro, but Gyro gonna need a whole lot more farm before he would ever be able to get to that.
Despite the definite disadvantage here for Chuanz. Frost doing not a bad job. He's got 130 CS, 26 minutes. It's not terrible, but just unfortunately Chuanz just kind of getting pummeled a little bit here in the mid game. 18-9 is the score. And if you guys are just checking it out right now, we're in Game 2 of this CEVO Season 2 show match. You can find out everything you need to know about that at CEVO.com. I mean, you can probably take this over. There's tons of different tournaments and facilities that is going on besides Dota 2, but that's the only one I'm really interested in, to be honest.
There's also Counter-Strike, and if I'm being honest, I'm only interested in Counter-Strike and Dota 2.
But there are other ones as well, so I mean, if you play games, CEVO, go check it out. Free to sign up for at least for Dota 2. I'm not sure about the other ones.
Yeah, they're all free.
Check it out, prizes. Get some good experience there. Yep.
And nice blink in, Nake's bomb by Brink immediately takes out 2. Well, maybe not immediately. Juggernaut extending his life a little bit, but Break shuts that down with the hook in, and now it looks like Hax is going to go down. And now being back to their base here. Lena buys back. Crowds here, pops the RP solo on Darkin, but will they even have enough damage to take Darkin out? I don't know. Brink goes in too. Is it going to live for a little bit longer? Brink's still alive, able to blink out with that jaunt, blink dagger, and Darkin takes out yet another. So 4 kills. The buyback on Lena. Lena almost went down again. Now they get another tower, which Darkin last hits. So 15,400 gold. We might have to check the record books. This could be like the highest net worth ever at this time. It's up there at least. Where's Statsman Bruno at when you need him?
Seriously, an insane game. Yeah, CSGO 1.6.
Source.
Tons of different games here.
Dota 2, Battlefield 3, TF2, Shootmania, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Best of 2.
I was like, CSS, is that some...
I knew you wouldn't even know. Cascading style sheets? How is that in CEVO? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Conseil dare say sexy? Also, I'm thinking of all the acronyms I can think of with CSS. And I think there's over 4K prizes overall. Dota is 750 with hardware prizes as well. So pretty much no reason not to sign up if you play Dota and have 4 friends that play with you.
Exactly. It's just, if you're a new team and you just want to get some experience playing against other teams, it's the perfect way to do it. Really have
anyway, Roche fight here. Break maybe gonna get caught out. Everything misses. Break did have a haste. He pops the cogs to secure the Roche. They're not really even going for it anyway, but a blink in by Brink, and then the Nake's bomb, so 3 immediately taken out, and then Deep Evil goes down. Juggernaut doing as much as he can, but it looks like he's going to go out, so 5 kills for none, and there's the GG for Game 2. So it looks like we'll be finding a Game 3. So this is the first show match to go to 3, or did the first one go? I can't remember. It's been so long.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, I'm Helium, and with me is Callie. We're from FMBP Dota, so check us out on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're covering a lot of CEVO and a couple other tournaments, NA tournaments for Dota 2. And also, Icon made a hashtag NA Dota Scrim channel inside of Dota, so if you are in CEVO or aren't in CEVO and just want to scrim a team, check that out as well. There's actually like 20 or 30 people, and those are just captains, so 20-30 teams in that channel. And we'll be bringing you Game 3 shortly.